Hello everybody, it's Geto here, and welcome to my unboxing and review of the SH Figuarts Suguru Geto from JJK0, or the adult Suguru Geto. And this is a figure that I'm very curious about. I actually got this because I got an Amazon gift card, and I decided to spend it on this guy. Didn't cover the whole thing. I still had to pay a little bit for him, but I spent my Amazon gift card on this guy for the most part. And the reason I decided to do that is because I'm really curious about this figure. I'll be honest, I really love my high school Geto, so I don't really think this thing is going to defeat it, but we'll see. I honestly kind of like this design for Geto a little bit more, and maybe it's just because this was kind of my favorite version of Geto. Geto is actually probably my favorite character from the series, and this is probably my favorite version of him, the super cool one who was all chill with Gojo and all that. Of course, this is the filthy monkey who can't even use Jujutsu, Suguru Geto, but I'm still looking forward to this. And another reason why I wanted to pick this up is because I want to see if, where is it? It doesn't even show it on the package right here. He comes with a curse effect where he's got like the curse, like the curse in his hand, like assimilated. I want to see if I can use that hand on this Geto right here. I really hope I can. Maybe even the faceplates too. We'll see if I can do that as well. But I'm very curious about this figure. I hope it's really cool. Honestly, looking at it in the package, it looks really neat. So without further ado, let's jump into the review and start off by taking a look at the packaging right here. So on the front, we have a nice picture of Geto right there. Filthy monkey who can't even use Jujutsu. And we have the figure in the packaging right there. Bandai Namco. We have Bandai Tamashii Nations right there. JJK0. Awesome movie, by the way. There's the seal of approval right there. We have Suguru Geto. We have a ton of product shots right there. Well, I don't know about a ton, but a lot of product shots showing you all kinds of things except the accessory that I literally bought this figure for. And then you have all the different faces right here. Looking very cool. And in all honesty, of course, you can absolutely use this as your Geto from season 2 and all that. You know if you've seen the series. Don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen the series, but you could totally use this. Even if it doesn't have the scar on the forehead, you could totally use this, have him fighting adult Gojo, have him fighting Yuji. You could totally have some fun with that. You obviously are not going to have any accessories to go with that, so you're not going to have like a prison, like a, what was it called? The prison realm, or like the head, like with the stitches on it. You're not going to have any of that. Hopefully they'll make that in the future. That'd be really cool, but until then, you could totally use this as like a supplement. And without further ado, let's cut to me picking him up for the first time. Let's try something here. Oh, come on. Oh, man, I thought this thing would be sharp enough. Come on. It's not. Damn it. Either that or I'm just weak. Anyway, let's pick up Mr. Monkey Man. Holy moly. So I was totally expecting this guy to be heavy as fuck. That I was totally ready for, but my goodness, he is very heavy. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. Okay, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I was kind of regretting picking this up for a while it was on the way to me. I was kind of thinking like, man, maybe I should have held off on that. I could have got some cool Naruto figures for the same price I paid for this guy. But now that I have him in hand, oh man, I think I made a good choice picking this thing up before it becomes really tough to get, because, whoa, this is impressive. So, right off the bat, as I was expecting, this guy feels like really heavy and really premium. Like, you've got this, like, sash piece right here, which this piece kind of clips in right there and holds that in right there. So, that's really cool, and that kind of drapes over his arms right there. And that looks really cool. And, of course, you have this, and this is made of a really nice, like, pliable plastic, which is super nice. Like, you can feel how much work went into this guy right here. Look at that. The sash on the back as well, looking great. This is actually on a ball joint right here, so that's really cool. The head actually is on quite a few joints right here. These are just my first impressions. We're not going over articulation yet, but my first impressions are super I'm really impressed with this thing right off the bat. All right, let's get in here on the review proper here. So the face sculpt looks really nice. You can see they did a really good job on the eyes right there. Of course, the nice little marks right there underneath the eyes. He's got that really nice kind of sadistic smirk right there. I do kind of see a bit of a blemish right there, unless is that just a... Yeah, I think I got... Nope, it's just a little bit of fuzz right there. Hey. There we go, all good. Anyway, getting back to it, of course, you got the ears. You got, of course, his earrings right there looking really good. And then his hair, of course, this is the adult Geto, so he's got the super long hair and the little bun in the back right there, looking really awesome. Moving down, of course, you've got that awesome sash right there, which looks super duper. Love that. Beautiful job breaking up the gold and the green right there. That looks awesome. Of course, you have the outfit underneath. There's some nice wrinkles right here in the arms. Of course, he's got those giant baggy sleeves right there looking super duper cool. And then of course this does come up. You can kind of see the whole Jujutsu Sorcerer outfit underneath it, which looks super darn awesome as well. You've of course got some nice white right here in the sleeves right there. That is really awesome. Absolutely loving that. You've got some nice like wrinkles going down here as well. The little indentations between there. A little bit of fuzz right there. Not too bad though. Looks super duper good. And then moving down to the feet as well. Really nice job on the sandals. Look absolutely awesome. Nice little like a nice attention to detail right there. And then of course the bottom as well. Super duper nice. Got some Bandai stuff on the bottom there. And yeah, it honestly looks freaking awesome. Now getting into the articulation here, you of course have a ball joint at the base of the neck right here, so you can get some nice downward movement. And so the hair here is actually on like a nice joint, so you can bring that out and get a bunch of nice upward as well. So really nice right there. And then for the arms, you have a nice outward right there. Tons of movement. This piece obviously can come unlatched, so the arm can go full, can go all the way up right there. And if you need to put it back, you can just bring it back around here and loop it right back into right there. So that's super duper nice right there. And then for the elbows, I know about this. I saw this in some other people's reviews. It does look a little bit ugly, but I really don't think this is that big a deal. I saw some people make a huge deal about this, and I honestly don't think it's that bad. If you're gonna have his arms like this, then you're probably gonna have him in a pose where you can see him from the front. And sure, if you look at it from this, it's gonna kind of fall apart a little bit. But what else would they have done? The design of this like big ass robe right here kind of inhibits the ability to make it look like perfectly clean. So I think what they did here, I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly acceptable. And then for the hands right here, you can go up and down, of course. It's the usual. You got that nice ball joint right there. I will say that overall, he does feel a little bit looser. His joints feel a little bit looser than I would usually expect from SH Figuarts, but they're not too loose to the point that they're worth complaining about. I'm literally just pointing out that they're loose. They're not actually like to a point where it needs to be like brought up as like a problem. It's a perfectly fine, nice joint tolerance for the most part right there. And then as for the torso, there's actually multiple joints right here in the torso. So I haven't tried this yet, but well, okay, you don't get a ton of movement in the torso. I feel like you can't be too mad about that because of the design of the character and the outfit, but there is a little bit in there, like more than you'd probably expect from an outfit like that. Like, is that actually... That's kind of crazy, actually. It feels like this is like on like a ratchet system right here. Like, that's really weird. And then for this right here, of course, that's on like a ball joint right there. So you can get some pretty good torso movement right there, which is pretty darn good. Way better than you would actually expect. And then for the legs right here, this of course is on this is a really nice pliable piece of plastic. So this lifts out of the way and you have fully posable legs under here, similar to the Super Action Statue Father Pucci. You can move these out of the way right here, and then you have a full set of functioning legs right here. They can go up about that much. They got a ton of backwards right there, looking absolutely freaking awesome. And then you've got these big ass hinges on the back right there, so you can get a full double jointed bend right there. Look at that, man. They did not let anything slip by them with this design. They looked at this design and said, we can make a fully articulated figure of that design. Very impressive. And then as for the feet, you of course got some down right there, some up, and some nice ankle pivot right there. Sorry, you couldn't see that. Up, down, beautiful ankle pivot, and then a beautiful toe joint right there. So all the articulation that you would expect from an SH Figuarts in this crazy outfit. And that's honestly kind of insane. But with that being said, let's do some comparisons. And let's start it off with bringing in his younger self right there. So there you have both of the SHF Geto figures right there. Of course, the high school Geto and the adult villain Geto from Zero. And they do look very cool together. This absolutely does look like a grown-up version of this, which is super fun. Absolutely love this. So cool that we have both eras of Geto right here. And we'll soon have that with Gojo as well. Well, actually, you guys, most of you probably already have it. My Gojo is still on the way. My high school Gojo is still on the way because freaking PBTS takes goddamn forever to arrive. But here is the adult Gojo, which is really the important one anyway. And like I said earlier in the video, you could absolutely use this figure with your adult Gojo. Put the unblindfolded head on him and recreate some awesome Shibuya incident scenes right there. So lots of fun to be had between these. If you really wanted to, you could very easily just like take like a panel lining marker and just come to the I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying you can do this if you want to do it. Take a panel lining marker and you can just put like a line right there with some stitches. Again, I am not telling you to do this. Do not do it and then go, oh, I ruined my figure because of DK. No, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying if you want to do it, if you don't want to wait for them to make a figure of Geto in this, whether they are going to do that or not, because you think they would have done it by now, but they still haven't. If you're going to do that, you probably could make it work pretty easily. And you do get multiple faces with this, so you could just choose like one face to do it with and then just like leave it off on the rest of them. I'm always so scared that when I tell people you can put super glue in your joints or you can customize the figure or something. I'm always scared that someone's going to comment and be like, dude, I ruined my figure because of you. I'm so scared about that. So please, as an overarching thing, if you see me do something to my figures in my reviews, like if you see me like put like kikis or super glue in a joint or and then continuously move it around, of course, to make it tighter, or of course, what I was telling you earlier, if you ever do that, like it is completely up to you whether you want to do that. I am not telling you to do it. I do not want you guys to ruin your figures. Anyway, getting back into the review, I actually think Gojo, the Figma Gojo right here, works perfectly with this Geto. I will go ahead and bust out my SHF Gojo, which between you and me, guys, I honestly kind of don't like doing because he's kind of a pain in the ass to put him back in storage. But anything for you guys. So there he is with the SHF Gojo as well. So you can see, of course, he also scales beautifully with the SHF. In all honesty, the Gojos are like the exact same size, so there's no need to do this. And now I have to spend an hour trying to put him back in storage. I'm obviously joking, by the way. Anyway, here he is, of course, with the SH Figuarts Yuta Okotsu as well. And they look fan-freaking-tastic together. You're gonna have so much fun recreating their fight. Absolutely loving this. Oh my god, what a beautiful, beautiful line. I can't wait to see what else SHF has got coming down the line. Surely we've got a Toji coming down the line, and I hope a Choso, a Mei Mei. So many great characters in the show that still need figures. So yes, there he is with Yuta. And last but not least for the SHF Jujutsu Kaisen figures, here he is with the SHF Aoi Todo right there. And these are actually pretty similar, like their body types and their size, they're actually pretty darn similar, and they do work perfectly fine together. Love this line so much. And just so you can see how he scales with a few JJK Figmas, here he is with the Figma Yuji and the Figma Nanami right there. Just so you can see how he scales with some Figmas, so you can see he scales perfectly fine. You'd easily be able to use him for your Figma display or vice versa, or mix them like I do. Totally fine. He is awesome, man. This figure's way cooler than I was expecting him to be, y'all. Dude, he looks so fucking cool. Just looking at him, he looks so cool. Anyway, for one final comparison, here he is with my previous review, the SH Figuarts. Well, maybe my previous review. I might have put something else up before this, but here he is with the SHF Naruto Uzumaki as well. Believe it! Actually, one last comparison, here he is with the Giorno Giovanna Super Action statue as well, just so you can see how he scales with Super Action statues as well. And with that, it's time for my favorite part of the review, the accessories. Starting off with the faces, of course, in the package, you've got this standard kind of stoic one, but with a nice smirk to it. I really dig this one. And then you got this very nice kind of disapproved face right there, which looks really, really cool. I kind of like that they like angled the eyes down. Usually I wouldn't like that, but I feel like you'd be able to get some really cool looking poses with this. And yeah, that's really, really cool. Then you have a very happy Geto right there. Very, very cool. He just killed a monkey or something. Not a real monkey. If you don't know the character, he does not kill monkeys. But in his, never mind. There he is, that face right there. That's a nice face as well. But probably my favorite face is this one. That is such a good face right there. That is a really good one. Man, one of my favorite scenes in all of Jujutsu Kaisen is when he takes over the freaking star religious group or whatever, when he goes in there and brings that dude on the stage and then smashes him and then throws the microphone. That is like one of the most badass scenes in the entire series. But yeah, he had this face as well. God, I love this guy. I love Geto so much, man. Geto is by far the best written character in Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't care what anybody says. Now, to swap the face, which we'll of course use this one to swap the face, I assume it's just going to be like the high school one, right? Where you just got to come in here, get your fingernail up, yep, just pull it right off, and Pop that one on, just like that. Super duper easy, absolutely no problem. And I can already tell you, unfortunately, these are not going to work on the high school Geto. They are completely different systems, so you're not going to be able to change these out with your high school Geto, which, in all honesty, wouldn't really work anyway, because these are very clearly adult Geto, not high school Geto. I think the heads are overall a little bit bigger. Yeah, you can see, I'm pretty sure the faces is, the face on the adult one is a little bit bigger, as it should be, so unfortunately, you're not going to be able to swap the faces between these two figures. That being said, switching the faces is absolutely easy. A monkey can do it. What did you just say? Did you say monkey? There's this compilation on YouTube of every time Geto says monkey in the Jujutsu Kaisen dub, and I've literally watched that video literally like 50 times. It's so fucking funny, dude. Now for hands, of course, in the packaging, you've got your standard fist hands as always. And then you get a pair of gripping hands, a pair of these hands, which these are very, very nice. I dig these. Kind of looks like he's getting ready to assimilate a curse or something, or absorb a curse, rather. And then you have a splayed out hand for this side only, and then you have this hand where he actually has a curse in his hand, and he's about to eat it, which is super duper cool. And to switch out the hands, of course, you are obviously the same as usual. Just gonna pop off the hand right there, and pop that on to the ball joint, just like that. There you go. And you can have him with that curse in his hand, looking down on it, which is super duper cool. Absolutely love that. This accessory is so damn good. And before we move on, I want to see if I can actually use this accessory for the high school Geto, because I honestly feel like that'd be a really awesome feature to have. So let's see. Pop this out. Surely this will work, right? Yeah, let's go. So the hand is a little bit bigger, Like if you look at the hand, it's a little bit bigger, which again is to be expected. It's an adult figure, but it works. It pops on there. You can have him holding it, and that looks freaking awesome. Let me change this expression real quick. There we go. Yes, that's fucking awesome. Oh my god, this accessory right here, this alone, this is like all alone like a reason to get this figure, just to use it not only with him but with your high school Geto as well. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that so much. Oh, this thing is fabulous. Moving on to our final accessories for Geto right here, we also have a nice different hair piece right here, which actually allows you can pop this hair out just like that. It's on a ball joint. Pop on this hair, and it just goes right on. And this has the hair kind of blowing in the wind right there, which is what you'd want to use with like your action poses right there if you're going to have him fighting Yuto right there, which is really cool. I'm glad they included that as well. That's a nice accessory. I honestly wouldn't think they'd need to include that because this is on a joint, so you'd be able to get it like in a nice like action pose anyway, but this inclusion is actually very nice. I'm actually pretty glad they threw that in there as well. And then the final accessory, and probably the best one, is the playful cloud right here. I believe that's what this called. This weapon right here that he uses in the movie, and a couple other characters actually use this weapon throughout Jujutsu Kaisen as well, including Megami. So if you wanted to use this with Megami, you probably could. I don't know if the SH Figuarts comes with gripping hands. The Figma one does. Unfortunately, it's too tight. I can't get this in there, unfortunately. I'm trying to like pry the fingers apart, and I can't get this in his hand right there, which is really unfortunate. That would have been really nice. It would have actually been a reason to actually include the gripping hands right there for the Figma, but unfortunately, yeah, you're not going to be able to get this in there without damaging one or the two, so that's unfortunate. I think he only uses it for like 5 seconds anyway, so it's not that big a deal, but would have been cool. I want the sword, not that. I want the freaking black sword for Megami. Look at this crazy ass pose. However, it's no problem for Geto, of course. Look at this freaking crazy accessory. You're going to be able to make so many awesome poses with this guy and Yuto right there. That is freaking awesome looking. Oh my god, this figure is so good. They must love Geto too, because he just gets the best figures, dude. The best figures. These are the two best figures in the line, aside from maybe Toto. Toto might be the best one, actually, but these two are not far behind, man. Oh, Geto, you're my boy, man. Like, dude, look at this. Look at this. How the hell did they make a design that looks like this, able to pull off poses like this, dude? Oh my god, this thing is awesome. SHF are the new kings, bro. I'm saying it, man. If the stuff that they're putting out this year, if like the Kaiju number 8s and the free rins are gonna be as good as these fucking recent JJK figures, oh my god, y'all are on top. Absolutely, dude. This thing is fucking awesome. So final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Suguru Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Oh my god, dude. This thing is so freaking cool, man. Oh, I absolutely love it. This figure is so cool. The amount of articulation that they were able to fit into this crazy-ass design, this crazy-ass robe, it's unbelievable, honestly. The accessories are great. I love they included this hair piece right there. That's awesome. The hands that they included are great. The fact that you can give this curse accessory to both of your Getos is just fucking awesome. I absolutely love that. The playful cloud is super cool as well. This thing is so freaking good. Now, if you only want one Geto and you had to choose between these two, it's a tough call in all honesty. I do think this figure is more impressive overall, a little bit cooler probably, but this one might be a little bit better. He overall has tighter joints, nicer feeling joints, more satisfying to play with overall. This guy over here, he's got some loose joints, not loose to a bad point, but I will say the ankles are a little bit hard to work with. He does kind of have a hard time standing up. You can see he kind of wants to wibble. This guy, absolutely not. You could, literally, this guy never fucking falls over. He's amazing. He's got his feet planted firmly on the ground. This guy, dude, yeah, he falls over pretty darn easily. So, in all honesty, I have to say this is probably the better figure, but this is definitely the cooler figure. So if you want a cooler figure, go with this one. If you want a more functional Geto, I would probably go with this one. But in all honesty, I recommend getting both. Geto is an awesome character, so having multiple versions of him in both of his awesome looks, I think you can't go wrong with either. And the fact that you can use the curse accessory between them both is really awesome as well. So there's definitely a reason to pick up both. And overall, I think this figure is just absolutely awesome. This is once again yet another S+ for the SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen line. I love this thing. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more Jujutsu Kaisen Jujutsu Kaisen SH Figuarts reviews in the future, and figure reviews in general, and anime figure reviews in general. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.